Hello, welcome to another Impact, Friday Night Impact. I hope you've enjoyed the colder, rainy, wintry type of week, but that you're all nice and warm now and ready for a Friday night session. So let's begin. So this week we are actually starting off a new series, a series called How Do You Share the Gospel? And each week a different youth leader is going to be sharing their stories about what they do to share the gospel with those around them. So hopefully at the end of this series you'll have 4 or 5 unique ways that you yourself can imitate or just maybe learn from to share the gospel with your friends and families and maybe even the strangers around you. But to get things started, I'm just going to chat a bit about what we mean by the word gospel, because it's quite a strange word, isn't it? You don't usually hear it in the classroom. It's not a word that you might maybe study at your English lessons. It really is just a word that's used in church. It's quite a Christianese word, if you want to say that. So let's just chat about this idea. What do we mean by the word gospel and how do we share it? Well, the Bible verse we're going to be looking at is 1 Corinthians 15, verses 3 and 4. And this is a verse that everyone should have underlined or highlighted in their Bible, because this captures the essence of Christianity, the core of what it is. So let's hear what it says. For what I received, I passed on to you as of first importance, that Christ died for our sins according to the Scriptures, that he was buried, that he was raised on the third day according to the Scriptures, and that he appeared to Cephas and then to the 12. So there you have it. The gospel is actually captured in those 2 verses. But what does it say? First of all, when it says according to the Scriptures, that Christ died and he was raised according to the Scriptures, this means that God had a plan right from the very beginning. Right from the time of Adam and Eve, God had a plan to redeem us humans, to save us and restore us to relationship with him. So this gospel is God's saving plan, his plan that he put in place to bring us into a right relationship with himself. And what was this plan? This plan was all about the person of Jesus Christ. God's plan was that Jesus was going to come down to earth. He was going to become both fully human and fully God. And so that when he died for our sins. Our sins died with Christ. And when he rose to life, we then rise to life in a relationship with God. So that is the plan that God put into place. Now what's interesting is that this plan is not some mysterious spiritual belief, right? It's not something that we can't really see or feel. It's an event. The gospel is a very real event that happened around 2,000 years ago. Jesus lived. All historians, biblical historians agree that Jesus lived. And then he died by crucifixion on a cross. And the disciples believed that 3 days later he was raised to life and appeared to him. This is a very real event that we believe in and that we put our faith into. So the gospel is not just this weird thing that we sort of just hold on to by faith. We do believe by faith, but in a very real event that happened 2,000 years ago. Then it says also that the first verse says, for what I received, I passed on to you. And that is what we're going to be talking about over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Is we've received the gospel, right? We believe in Jesus. We believe that he lived and that he died and that he was raised to life. We believe that he did this so that our sins may be forgiven, so that we may receive forgiveness, and that we may then be united with God, not only in heaven when we die, but right now on earth as well. This is what we have received when we become a Christian. But how do we pass this on to others? And that's what Taylor, Claudia, and Austin are going to be sharing with us. Their unique ways of passing this on. But I just want to get you to see this evening that when we say we believe in the gospel, or we want to share the gospel, or we want to preach the gospel, what we're talking about is this very specific plan that God used to save us from our sins and bring us into a relationship with himself. And this plan was the death of Jesus and the resurrection of Jesus, which we believe in by faith, and then we're saved through grace. So I hope that clears up a bit of confusion. I hope that sets the tone for the next few weeks. And I'm also excited to hear what the others are going to be sharing with their own stories and their own experiences. So we'll leave it there for tonight, and I just pray you have a great evening and a fantastic weekend, and just start thinking about this question more and more. And if you've got any questions about this and you would like to ask us, please contact us on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. We'd be happy to answer anything. If you need prayer, if you just want to have a chat, reach out to us as well. Otherwise, we look forward to hearing from you next week. Bye.